The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Back into it and back at it. If you're here, that means we are too. So enjoying a little time with Steve and Tom on The Local Show on 570 WSYR. Steve, are you all set? Do you have a little heater for your back porch or anything?
You know I hate the cold. So the car starter was always good, right? You warm the car up, and now I have a garage.
Oh yeah.
You know, and whatnot. But I don't like winter, Tom.
I know you don't.
It's too bad. It's just nasty. I don't know. It wasn't created. When God created winter, it was so we can appreciate the other three seasons. I think. I don't know that it was like, hey, it's winter. Isn't this awesome?
Well, everything goes by so fast, and especially as we're getting older.
Remember our parents like, oh, when you get a time, you're not going to believe how fast the years go by. And now, what are we saying?
Yeah, the seasons go by so fast, but we still have plenty of more time. I think that here in Syracuse, we tend to say, well, it's after Labor Day, so everything's over.
September,
it's
October,
not.
November.
It's not really over.
November's awful. My birthday's November. By the time my birthday comes, the weather's November and March are kind of the same. They're just
right
on both ends. But I'm going to squeeze everything I can out of it and catch some fish before the ice comes in.
Oh, that'd be nice. So speaking of fish, no, that doesn't even work. But anyway, we got our friend Lou Greco right here. He's a comedian and co-creator of the Uncle Louie Variety Show. How you doing there, Lou?
Hello, all. How you guys doing?
Good, buddy. I follow you now since the last time we met. I put you on the YouTube thing, and it keeps
I blocked him last time we met. I don't know.
And it keeps serving up stuff, so I try to follow and all that. Lou, tell everybody your history. You and I met. Whoa, geez, it had to be 1986, 87.
Oh my gosh, long time ago. Yeah, long time ago. OCC.
Yeah,
God, it's a different animal right now.
What were you taking back then?
I was taking radio and TV broadcasting.
Were you?
You remember what it looked like back then? We had to walk over that bridge. Talk about the winter.
Yeah.
So don't mention Kathy Hawkins, Uncle Vinny, Uncle Rob, any of those people, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They were all
absolutely.
there.
It was just crazy. Now I went over there for my son's graduation, and I'm looking at this place going, oh my gosh.
And they have everything. They got Starbucks coffees and everything.
When Tom and I were there, he was there after me. I was there 80 to 82.
Yeah.
Cut and splice meant cut and splice.
Yeah.
It was
exactly. Tape.
Yeah.
Tape. I was splicing tape with the two VCRs. Come on. And we didn't have any Starbucks. So we were taking French fries off the floor over there. It was so horrible.
It's true.
But, absolutely. So back then, I don't know that were you into comedy then, or?
I did do a little bit of stand-up comedy, which was fun, but it didn't pay a dime.
Right.
So it was like I had my father in my head, go get a job.
Right,
So, I was always into the comedy. I did some musical things where we got on the radio in Maryland with some of the music that I had. But it was just something that, didn't pay. It was just fun. It was like a labor of love.
Right.
So people were laughing at you, not with you?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I was in a corner, in fetal position, but, at least they'd listen to the music. But, Carlo and I, later on in years, I was selling commercial fitness equipment for 25 years. I was in retail and commercial fitness equipment. Yeah. So then we started doing these videos, and I just said, why don't I act like my father? Like my father's reaction, which is all old school, old school dad's reaction to garbage, what's going on today and everything else. And it hit, and all of a sudden we're rolling pretty good with the likes and the video shares. We had 1 million view video. I'm like, what's going on?
Right.
And then we get a call from Australia. And they said, we want you to perform in Sydney and in Melbourne. And I'm like,
wow.
Okay. Right.
What
do I got to buy?
Is there a big Italian population there?
Huge.
No
Italian
kidding.
population
I never knew
in Australia.
that.
And people are like, oh, you're going to Australia? See if they know this person. I go, what are you talking about?
You know why there's a huge Italian population? Because that's where they sent all the prisoners, Tom.
Right.
It was basically a big prison. But go ahead.
They can all use a gun. So we went over there. We killed it over there. I don't know. It was just the weirdest feeling.
Right.
We get off. We're in Melbourne. And Carlo and I get off of the stage. We're done with the show. Show was insane. I mean, these people were fantastic. I loved the place. And there's a line all the way up to the front thing. And I'm like, oh, great. We're going to sell some merchandise, make a little bit of money, you know? So I'm sitting there stopping, talking to people like, hey, how did you like the show? Oh, it was great. I love the show. You got, and all of a sudden, you know, Carlo's like, we got to get to the front. We got to get to the front. I'm like, get off of me. I'm trying to find out how we did with the show. I'm, you know, and then my manager over there comes over, grabs my arm, and she goes, you need to get in the front right now. I go, I want to know what she goes. All this line is to take pictures and get autographs from you guys. Goodness. And I froze. I was like, I got goosebumps now. Look at that. I could not believe that they were doing. So I ran up to the front, and they had, you know, the two tree trunks like you got, you know, and all of a sudden they're, you know, the little rope, you know, okay, go take. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. No way. So that's where it started. And then I got home, and our manager here was like, I got 60 shows that I can book right now. I'm thinking, I can't work and do 60 shows. So it was like, take a leap of faith. Yeah. This is what you want to do.
So you've been doing this full time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how long ago? When did it start?
6 years ago. Okay. So a year and a half went, and then COVID hit.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, you got to be kidding. But we had to keep relevant, so we worked hard, you know, to get through it, do the videos and everything. And that's where a lot of people learned who we were.
Through the videos and things.
Was through COVID after that.
And on YouTube, they just look up the Uncle Louie Variety Show?
The Uncle Louie Variety Show, or just, you know what, Google Uncle Louie. We come up.
You come
every
up all
video
the time.
Comes up. It's easy.
Now, in person, people can see you when?
September 27th, we're going to be at the Syracuse show. We're going to be at Eastwood Palace Theater. Last year, we sold it out. It was almost 600 people in there. It was absolutely insane.
600 fans.
Great place for a show, too.
Well, one of the best shows we've done. I remember going to see, my son couldn't make it. I was sick because he was kicking for his team, you know?
Yeah.
And so I went out, I saw his kickoff, and then I came back, and I put a hoodie on, and I was walking through the front, and I went, oh my gosh, there's a line all the way around the block. We didn't start till 8:30. You know, I couldn't believe it. It was amazing.
And what kind of crowds do you get? What's the fabric of the audience that likes what you got?
You know, at first it was older people.
He was looking at you, Tom.
Well,
yeah, the first couple of rows are on oxygen, and then but no, it was older people that love the characters, and then it started to get a little bit younger, and now we have kids 15 years old coming to the shows.
No kidding.
So it ranges from 15 to 80. Which is beautiful.
Yeah. Is it people who are mainly Italian descent, or is it?
It's a lot of people, from the Italian descent actually get it, but also we have a huge Irish, Jewish, even African American, Latino, like everybody, because it's old school. Yeah. Everybody can relate to that character that just doesn't want to deal with crap.
Right. And that's the kind of humor. Yeah. They don't understand how to process what's going on out there right now.
Everything is about it. Old school to me was all about family, making sure you got the roof over your head. Yeah. And everything else doesn't matter. Yeah. And food on the table. And everything else doesn't matter. It's true. Right? Because everything else, that's what gets them irritated. Yeah. That's old school.
So if people want to laugh, September 27th is an opportunity. The Uncle Louie Variety Show.com. They can go there, just search Uncle Louie, and they can get tickets right here in Syracuse. And you guys go all over the place.
Absolutely.
But you're in Syracuse on that day, so if they want to laugh and see some people they know, go see you, right?
Absolutely. Right. You'll love it. We got a bunch of different characters. Uncle Louie, Pasqualino, Zia Maria, and Zia Rosa.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Lou. Lou Greco right there. All right, now kicking off hour number 2 of the local show, we're going to have engaging conversations with Kelly Springer. She's the owner of Kelly's Choice. Attorney John Murphy stops by, owner of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. Anthony Valerio is the owner and founder of Four Winds Chimney. And then finally, we'll wrap things up with, we were going to have Joe. What's her name now?
Yes, we're going to have Bridget.
Hodson.
We're having Bridget,
Bridget Hodson from over at Ichiban is going to be all in hour number 2 on the local show, which starts really soon.